Very lucky to have on the line Francesco Paoli from Fleshgod Apocalypse. Francesco, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for calling me. It's a pleasure.
It's great to have you on. Now, I actually spoke to Tommaso 3 years ago, right when the King album came out. How did that King album go for you?
Very good. It was probably the album that let us, that opened a lot of opportunities for us. We toured a lot on that album, and it's the one that have been received best from the people, like the fan base, and also by the press. So it has been very much promoted during these last 3 years. And yeah, we the last time you spoke with Tommy, but Tommy's not in the band anymore. So yeah, so it's an album with during this album cycle we had a big change, lineup change. So it also represents I would say a moment of break. Okay, so we started with a new lineup, and the outcome is Veleno, and so we are really happy of King, and we can wait for the people to listen to Veleno.
Right, tell us a bit about this album. You mentioned the break. When did you start sitting down to record it, and how did the new lineup? One extra question I want to ask is, how does someone who was on guitar and vocals go to drums for quite a long period of time and then come back to guitar and vocals?
Yeah, me. At the very beginning, I started as the frontman. I was playing guitar and singing in the band. Then I moved to drums for. It was something like, okay, let's do this, and then it came up that it stayed like that for 8 years. So we played with that lineup for 8 years. Then the last in 2017, Cristiano first and Tommy a little bit later decided to leave the band because of personal reason. They wanted to, they just wanted to take a break from touring and, have a more quiet life, I would say. So it was completely friendly, and there's no hard feelings between us. But this thing, changed the dynamics of the band because the guitar player left, and then the singer, the frontman left. So we thought that the best solution was to have me coming back to my primary role and get a new drummer that could replace me. And same story with Cristiano, a friend of Cristiano, Fabio, who was already a long-time friend of us, took his place, and so we had this new lineup. Composing-wise, songwriting-wise, everything, that is connected and related to the creative process. Actually, there is no difference because I always wrote the songs together with Francesco. Even if I was playing drums, I was writing all the guitar parts and recording all the guitar parts and everything. So it didn't change much. I mean, the contribution of these guys was mainly live and, organizing-wise, managing-wise, which are things that are not that noticeable outside, for the fans. And so we just, in this 3 years, time frame, we wrote a lot of material, and then we stopped. We took a break last year, just before entering the studio in the summer, I would say, like a little bit earlier, maybe spring. We put all the stuff together, and we worked on the songs, on arrangements, and finally we developed the concept of the album. And then we went to the studio, if I'm not wrong, it was something like September, October, stuff like that. And then we finished and delivered the master early this year. So the album is going to be out May 24th.
So Veleno out on May 24. It's certainly a big album.
Thank you.
It really grabs you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thank you, man.
So that's coming out May 24. You've got a tour starting. I notice you're starting off in Brazil. How is it? How is the market for you in places like that. Where's your main market, do you think?
Probably the biggest fan base that we have is in North America. And we have a good one, a good feedback. Like, we have a very good feedback everywhere. You know, we can play everywhere. That's why we toured the world in its entirety already once or two times, I would say. We've been everywhere, and everywhere we find a great feedback, very overwhelming, and the people are just into it. So we are really happy with it. The problem is that not everywhere, you know, you get the right numbers nowadays. So if we talk about how big is the scene for us, how big is the audience for us, I'd say that North America is probably the place where the band is bigger. Then we have Europe, of course, and also Australia and Japan are two big markets for us. That's why we are planning to come back very early with this album cycle, because we can't wait to go there. And the last time we've been in Australia, it was such a great, very, very cool tour. South America is, let me say, it's a bit tricky. Some days it's huge, very, very big. It's great. It depends a lot on the promoter, organizers. You know, it depends on the conditions. Some of the places we play they don't have like a political stability right now, so there is a little bit of fear, and people just don't want to, it's not they are not in the mood, let's say this, okay? So, but in general, like Brazil, Argentina, for example, last time Chile was outstanding, very big. Peru was big. No, Peru, we didn't play Peru. We were there, but we had to cancel. As you say, it depends on the promoter. Then Bogota was cool, was big, and then Mexico is always very good to us. So we are looking forward to this new tour, and it's gonna be very good, I hope. But yeah, United States and Canada, and also Australia is big for us. Sometime
you're hoping to come to Australia on this album cycle, you're saying?
Yeah, it's we are planning to come down there. Like I cannot promise that we are coming before the end of the year, but I really hope so. We are working on it, because we get some offers from Japan, and we just want to link these two countries, because when we come there, it's easy to go up and down the globe, and we really hope to work it out and to come to Australia as soon as possible, because we love it. We love Australia. We've been there already 2 times, and every time was fucking great.
We wish more bands would come down after Japan, actually, so it's good.
I'm really looking forward to come back down there, because we love that place, and I really hope that people will enjoy Veleno, especially we brought a lot of stuff on the table. So a video clip is already out. Another video clip is coming out pretty much soon. We are distributing the deluxe edition together with the DVD recording. So that's the first official material that we ever recorded. It's going to be on that format. So I really hope that people will get the stuff and enjoy everything we've done in the last couple of years producing this album. So thank you once again, and take care.
All right, Francesco from Fleshgod Apocalypse, thanks for having a chat to me, and we look forward to the Veleno album out on May 24, and hopefully we'll see you down in Australia again very soon.
Thank you very much, and take care, guys.